Okay, everybody, I have a really great interview today. I have Katie Haynes and her friend Tammy. Hi, Katie. Hi, Tammy. How are you?
Good, how are y'all?
Good, good. First off, I just want to introduce you. You're out of North Carolina, and your friend obviously is too. She's also your vice president of your organization. Your organization is called, what is it called again? Smiling While Sending Hope.
Yes, sir.
All right. Tell me just a little bit about you. First, tell us about your organization, what it is, and because you have over 21 chronic illnesses. Um, Tell us about your organization first.
Smiling While Sending Hope is a nonprofit organization based in Youngsville, North Carolina, and we help people with special needs and chronic illnesses. Anything from going into hospital, doing hospital visits, running McDonald House programming, care packages, inpatient and outpatient, and then private events. Oh,
What?
and our annual toy drive.
Okay, that's really cool. What prompted you to do something like this? I mean, you're obviously dealing with your own. Is that what was other than that? What prompted you to do this?
There was a little boy at my church, and he had childhood cancer, and I helped with their nonprofit, and eventually, it got to the point where I started Smiling While Sending Hope and launched it. Um, just doing the toy drive, and then from there it's grown.
Okay. And Tammy, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I'm the vice president, and I'm Katie's right hand man when she needs things to be picked up, and I pick her up and drive her places.
Okay.
She's my taxi driver.
Yeah, and I fill in for her at different events if needed.
Okay, that's cool. That is cool. Now you have, like I said, you have 21 chronic illnesses and counting. Tell us about that. I mean, we don't have to go over every single one. That would take forever, obviously. But were you born with any? How did you get diagnosed? Tell us a little bit about that journey and how you have all these chronic illnesses.
So I was diagnosed with Asperger's and other learning disabilities when I was 14 years old. And then when I was 16 years old, I got diagnosed with my first chronic illness. And then from there, it's like every few years I get diagnosed with something else. But I have dysautonomia, which is a heart condition that causes people to pass out, overheat, and get dehydrated very quickly. I have a condition called mast cell activation syndrome, which you can go into anaphylactic shock or react to a lot of different medications and that kind of thing. So it makes it hard. And then another condition I have that would be major would be gastroparesis, and your stomach is either partially paralyzed or fully paralyzed. And mine's partially paralyzed. But this past year, I've had to unfortunately put in a feeding tube.
Yeah, yeah. That were you born with any of these, or did they not know at the time?
No, I was not born with any of these.
Okay,
Well, autism, but that was just diagnosed later in life.
I got you. I got you. Um, what types of challenges do you face on a daily basis?
Well, I'm not able to drive, so I have to rely on. I have paratransit now, which I drive into the city. I live in a rural area in a small town, and so I have to drive into the Raleigh city limit and then get on a paratransit to go wherever I want to go within the city of Raleigh, or Go Triangle, which takes you to like Durham, Chapel Hill, those areas. Or I have to rely on friends and family to drive me places.
Okay. Do you live on your own, or do you live with roommates or family?
I live with my family.
Okay. What keeps you motivated? There's a lot of people I'm sure that would be even a little bit of have a little bit of what you have would lose all motivation in life and just not. What motivates you?
Well, I have faith in the Lord, and that I want to be a blessing in other people's lives, and I know what it's like to go through some of these things, and just making sure that other people see that there's light on the other side of their darkness. and that nothing's impossible if you just believe in yourself and keep trying and going. All dreams are possible. It just may take you longer to get there to achieve the dream.
How did you meet your VP, Tammy? How did you all meet?
Social media.
Okay.
And then she was working at Tuesday morning, and I'll let her tell you the story.
Okay. Let's hear the story.
I seen her on Facebook, and I went around the corner, and there was a young lady and her mom sitting in a pile of toys, and I go, "Are you Katie Haynes?" And her mom and her go, "Yes. How do you know?" Since then, because that was October, November of 2019, I've been to places with her, and she's had people come up and go, "I follow your Facebook. I've seen you on Next Door Neighbor." And we're like, "Oh, okay. Who were you?"
That is awesome.
But getting that positivity from the community is really rewarding because then you realize that what you're doing is worth it. And then seeing the reactions of these families that we're impacting helps us know that everything, the long hours that we put into this, are all worth it when it comes to seeing the smiles on people's faces.
I bet. Do people like write to you or message you, or how do people get involved? Or like, hey, I know somebody that's in the hospital. Is that kind of thing, or what?
Yes, it's a little bit of that and me finding people because a lot of people are connected with other families, and then you go on there and you message them or email them and say who you are and what you offer, and then it's up to them if they reply to you, or because we are strangers, so some people aren't going to want that because they're not comfortable with it. But if they see the impact that you've made and your social media pages that show back up what you're saying, then they're more likely to reach back out to you and say, "Yeah, that's fine." And we set up a date and time,
That's cool. Yeah.
whether they're inpatient or outpatient.
Okay. Is a lot of them more inpatient than outpatient, or is it a
It's a
mix?
mixture.
If somebody, what kind of hope would you tell somebody? Because I can imagine there's a lot of positive out there, but there's also a lot of negative of people that have a disability and how they've been treated. And what would you tell somebody if they're watching this, like how is it going to change for me, kind of thing?
So never give up and keep fighting. Fighting the school system was something that we had to deal with.
Mm,
I ended up having to be homeschooled 8th through 12th grade, but that was the best thing that ever happened to me. And because of that, I was able to have a job and all that and go to college when the school system told me I would never be able to go to college. I would never get into a college, much less complete my associate's degree in photography. So never giving up on something you want to achieve in life. And then I also ran for a district office in North Carolina 4-H four times before I got the office in two different districts. And so I am a very determined person to want to not give up on something just because people are being mean to you or don't believe in you or that kind of thing. Because without my family and friends, I probably wouldn't have had the support to move forward and do this kind of thing and even be a nonprofit because of four. If I wanted 4-H, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to be where I am today with my nonprofit because of all the public speaking skills and everything I gained from being a district officer and competing in the competitions.
that's really cool. Definitely determination and hope, um,
Mm-hmm.
and having good family and friends. I've heard in school, elementary and high school can be really rough
Mm-hmm.
with people of all disabilities. And
And I went to private, public, and charter schools.
wow.
Yep, we tried it all.
And you would think logically that those would be better than the
Right,
public. I
right,
mean, logically, everybody thinks, well, they're, even Christian schools and private schools. And
right.
like you said, you would think logically they would be better.
And
And
I
they're,
went to one of the Christian schools, and it was good, but I wasn't Catholic, so we treated it like a history lesson, and the homework load was so rigorous. It was like coming home, and it was like the whole day's worth of work, and so that just got to be too much. You
Yeah.
can't do that and enjoy life.
Yeah.
So, and much less people that play sports or anything. So,
Yeah. Was there much inclusion in even the private schools?
not really.
Not really. That's really sad. I know it's a challenge in a lot of public schools,
It
but
is.
like I said, logically you would think it'd be different, but obviously not. That's
No.
really sad.
And then my sister ended up being homeschooled, and she doesn't have any learning disabilities or anything.
How did Tammy? I gotta ask you, how did you get involved? I mean, we heard how you met her, but were you just how did you get involved in the whole thing?
She'd had a drive-by birthday party, and I attended that. And all of our gifts went to some. They were donated out, I think, to one of the children's hospitals. And then right after that, she asked if anybody could help plan her drive-by graduation celebration, and I helped with that, and I put my name out. Said, yeah, I'll keep doing it. And then next thing I know, she goes, "Will you help me with the toy drive?" And then, "Oh, we got to be a nonprofit." And then she shocked me and said, "Can you be my vice president?" But I was like,
and I just got her to sign on for 3 more years.
Yeah, but to go along with her ambition, I have a couple health issues. And I'm like, boy, if Katie can get up and do this every day, mine are like nothing compared to her. So I get up and help her a lot and go places.
She's a big inspiration to you.
Yes, she is.
That's great to be an inspiration to a lot of people. That's really really cool, and I assume that makes it all worthwhile, right? To
It does, yeah.
inspire others, even your VP Tammy, and I'm sure it has a ripple effect everywhere. Tell us a little bit more about your nonprofit. I mean, just setting a nonprofit up is a challenge, let alone dealing with one and all the day-to-day stuff. But its main thing is giving to others. I mean, tell us a little bit more about that.
Started out as a project, a 4-H project.
Okay.
And in order to get more funding, we wanted to file the 501c3 status. And to get your name out there more, you have to do that anyways and be more legit. And then we've moved into an office now.
That's cool.
Yep.
That's really cool. So you collect stuff. I know you have an Amazon wish list, but you get those things and then you just make care packages out. What is in like a typical care package?
Blankets, toys that are age appropriate, lip balm, and fidget toys that they may need, and crafts. Again, age appropriate, or
it's all personalized to the individual's needs and wants, and then what we have at that given time with donations.
Okay.
But then we also do the private events. That's another big thing that we started in 2023. Anything from a caregiver event to a dance. We've done karaoke night, a skate event, all kinds of things.
What's been your most popular or best event that you've had?
The skating or one of the dances.
Okay. A lot of people come out to those.
Mm-hmm. Or we've taken people to the state fair.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
We took 65 people to the state fair last year. 60. And this year, I hope to take 100.
That's amazing. That's a lot of people. That sounds like a lot of fun, too.
It was. And to me, agriculture is important. And especially agriculture in North Carolina, that's our number one industry. And so I want to share my love for agriculture and my family's passion for agriculture with the whole state, with these people. And just because I've grown up with that being my background. And so people learning where their food comes from and about animals and all kinds of stuff is very important.
So how long have this organization, have you had it a few years? Or?
We're going on 4 years this October.
Oh, wow. 4 years. That's really great. That is great.
As a nonprofit, 11 years as a project.
Okay. Okay. That is really awesome. Um, so if they want to get a hold of you, like if somebody knows somebody, or if somebody, do people just email you or find you on Facebook or Instagram or what?
Facebook, Instagram, email, or they can text me.
Well, that's really cool. I know the just bringing light to that
Hmm.
is one thing. The diagnoses and all the chronic illnesses and disabilities, bringing light to it is important in and of itself.
We really try and focus on rare or rarely diagnosed illnesses because that does not have a lot of support.
Right. You said you given a lot of care packages and different things to those with Down syndrome as well?
I have, yes.
That's cool. Do you do mostly local things or?
All throughout the state of North Carolina.
Okay. Well, thank you both for coming on, and I will put your Facebook and Instagram. I'll put a link to those in the description and the comments.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, it is really great to know that there's more people out there making a difference, and I really appreciate y'all's time today. I really do.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Absolutely.